they lived in that shack and they couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
You know, then Charlie gets the golden ticket and suddenly the guy can, you know, do the fucking river dance. But you know, up to that point, like Grandpa Joe, that was his name, Grandpa Joe, and he totally ignored the other octogenarians. He did.
Octogenarians?
He really just wanted to hang out with Grandpa Joe.
Well, yeah.
Why? Well, that's fucking rude. If I was that kid's mother, the one that was pan wringing the clothes and making the cabbage soup, I would have taken that big fucking ringer right and I went across Charlie's fucking head and been like, there's other people in your family, you selfish little fuck. You know? Him and his fucking Captain Kangaroo fucking haircut.
Poor Captain Kangaroo.
Fuck Captain Kangaroo. So speaking of Captain Kangaroo, I remember the first time I ever heard of Captain Kangaroo was that song that they played in Pulp Fiction after Bruce Willis fucking smoked Travolta when he was taking a dump. And he was singing that song, and then he ran into Ving Rhames and ran him over with the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking how I first heard of Captain Kangaroo. And then,
did you ever watch any episodes of Captain Kangaroo, though?
No, I still don't even know what it is, except I know that,
it was a TV show.
He had a bad haircut.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the haircut was atrocious.
Atrocious haircut? Yeah.
Yes.
Like one of the worst of all time?
Remember that day I combed my hair down?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's why I called you Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of him, yeah.
Okay, but all great.
Yeah, but also, speaking of bad haircuts, I think the best, worst haircut ever in cinematic history was in No Country for Old Men. The dude that walked around with that air gun thing.
Yes.
What the fuck? Why can't I think of his name? Not Josh Brolin, the other guy. Oh, he was so good in that.
That was kind of a good movie.
That movie was fucking awesome. That hair he had, that was like bad. Yeah. It really did make me like that character like needed that hair. Or else it wouldn't have worked out.
It would have been too nice.
Fuck is his name? I'm gonna look it up right now because I it's gonna bug me. No Country for Old Men. Here we go. Yeah, right. That movie made $171 million in the box office. Javier Bardem. That's his name. Javier Bardem. Look at this fucking guy. That fucking hair, dude.
Listen.
You see this?
Yes.
That's fucking... Ew. You know who else is a great character, too? I don't know if you've seen it yet, but The Righteous Gemstones on HBO.
Yes.
Dude, Baby Billy?
Yes.
Uncle Baby Billy?
Yes.
Fucking, that is
a good show.
That is Walter Gogin's fucking, like, best creation to this point, dude. That character is so good. Oh, man. And John Goodman's great in that. That is a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like Keith, huh? The friend? The one... When they lifting weights, you can see his balls hanging out of his shorts.
Speaking of good shows, Ozark's coming back for a 4th season. They're filming.
Yeah, I know that. It's going to be the last one, I think.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
You know,
I convinced Zach that I'd never seen Ozarks because I had this running joke with him that like I didn't know like Missouri was a real state. He was like, "Haven't you seen Ozark?" I'm like, "No, what's that?" And he was like, "You've never seen Ozark?" And that went on for like 3 weeks, and then I let something slip that it proved that I had seen it, but he didn't catch it. Ooh. But I'm like, he's gonna listen to this again, and he's gonna hear it. And so I bet it. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, I finally watched Ozark. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how I missed it, but it's like I introduced Ozark a lot of people to Ozark.
Yeah,
I was the one that
yeah.
And so but yeah, it was funny because like the first episode him and I ever did. I had this bit that we did where I'm going to be like, you introduce me, I'll introduce you, and then I'll introduce the show. And he's like, all right. So, no, that means wait. All right, never mind. Go ahead, Jeff.
Oh, shall we?
You go. No, you've already got it. Just fucking go.
Good help. So hard to find.
Yeah. So anyway, I was like, you introduce me, I'll introduce you, and then I'll introduce the show. And so he was like, he's Rosie. I'm like, and he's Zach. I'm like, and we're zombie eaters from New York City. And he was like, I'm not from New York. And I was like, I think it'd just be easier if you said that you were. And he was like, yeah, but I'm not. I'm like, what are you going to tell people? You're from fucking Nebraska. People don't know what that is. If people don't know what something is, they get confrontational. We're going to lose listeners. And Zach was just like, whatever, dude, all right. So for like the first 3 episodes, all I did was talk about like how I have no idea what Missouri is. And yeah, and Ozark had a lot to do with that because that's like a lot of people from Missouri. That's like, oh, have you seen Ozark? You know, that's something that people know, like that and
St. Louis.
Oh yeah. Then I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, didn't the Patriots just whoop someone's ass from Kansas City? I'm like, is that in Kansas City, Kansas? And I'm like, why are there so many Kansas cities in Kansas and Missouri? And he's like, I don't know. I just kept like going with all the back talk and stuff and trying to confuse people. But yeah, no, it was a funny running joke. And then one episode I made a riddle. It said, show me Winston Churchill and ice cream cones. And I was like, if you know this riddle, then you're from Missouri. And he was like, yeah, Missouri's the show me state. He's like, Winston Churchill made a Zion Curtain speech at a college in Missouri. And the ice cream cone was invented at the Missouri State Fair in like 1914 or something.
Really?
Yeah. Or 1904, yeah, something like that.
I love ice cream cones.
Yeah. And so I was like, it was like me, it's like the opening of the podcast was me apologizing to the state of Missouri for never acknowledging them. When I was like, well, I'm like, one of my favorite political figures ever did a speech there. I fucking love ice cream. You know, who doesn't? And I think "Show Me" is a cool nickname for a state, the Show Me State.
Yeah, but what are they trying to show you?
That's what I asked Zach, and he was like, "Oh, you know, don't tell me, show me. We want like that's what it means. It's not like show me." He's like, "Show me your tits." I'm like, "Whoa, I didn't say that." So yeah, it was actually a really really funny episode, but. So yeah, that's see, look at that rat hole we just went down. That's talking about bad haircuts. We're all the way friggin' to Missouri.
How did we get there?
I don't know. But have you seen the Superman poster? Hell of a poster. Hell of a guy, Superman. I like that Queens of the Stone Age poster.
Yeah.
The playbill, that dude, I'm telling you, that is the only like Queens of the Stone Age playbill I could find online.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, there was another one, but it was like $300, but it was autographed. But I've actually met Troy Van Leeuwen. He's the guitar player for Queens of the Stone Age. He's also in A Perfect Circle and stuff. Really, really cool dude. I met him at Alex's bar in Long Beach.
What were you doing there?
I was going to see his band play.
Oh.
What the fuck was I doing there? And I actually... Oh, you know who actually... I went to that show... Oh, no, you don't know Holly. Never mind. She's fucking cool, though. This girl, Holly, I went to a show with her the week before. She got into a fight with some chick. Like a physical altercation. And Holly's not a big girl. She's probably like 5'2", maybe, like 100. She's petite. She's small.
Oh, wow.
And she fucking was like... Freaking this girl had like grabbed her and it was like a fucking MMA fight. She was just like throwing rights and lefts and like hitting her in the head. I'm just standing there like, and that dude's girlfriend, the one that Holly was beating up, he's like, "What are you gonna do something?" I'm like, "You fucking do something." I'm not getting in the fucking middle of that. But yeah, no, Troy Van Leeuwen was a really cool dude. What about you? Have you ever met any musicians that you admire or whose music you appreciate?
Let's see, Jason Womack from TSOL.
Okay, yeah. I've met Jack a bunch of times.
I actually worked with him at his day job.
What was his day job?
He works in Ganal Lumber in Laguna Beach.
Oh, Gaino.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gaino.
Yeah.
I did a little stint there, working in the lumber yard.
Did you have to wear a flannel shirt?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right?
That kind of discredits the whole thing.
I should have been in, like the full Paul Bunyan, huh?
Well, yeah, but it's hot here, though.
Yes.
But
right there in the canyon, it gets pretty cold.
There's a lumber yard back home called National Lumber, and it's maybe like a mile and a half from where I grew up, like the house I grew up in. And every time we drive by, there was always like people outside with like the fucking flannel shirts and like those flap hats with the flaps, keep their heads warm and shit. Dude, it gets so fucking cold back there, man. It's like I went the last time I went home in the winter. I got sick like as soon as I got home. I had strep throat. I was in bed the whole time. It fucking sucked. But yeah, I've also met the bass player from Pennywise. I don't remember his name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I wasn't really a big. I'm nothing against Pennywise.
I met the white guy in Dilated Peoples.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Dilated Peoples.
I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he went solo.
Yeah.
I went to his show, and I was actually working for a promoter at the time.
Yeah.
And I got to go backstage and meet him and stuff.
I fucking love Dilated Peoples, dude. I listen to them a lot, dude. Yeah. That like neo jazz funk fusion shit they did, like them and the Roots, like early Roots were the only bands doing that,
I love the Roots.
Yeah, I like the Roots. I like their older stuff. They got a little too commercial for me with the Phrenology album, but I mean, before that.
But they use live bands.
They do.
That's what's great about them.
And they're Jimmy Fallon's house band.
Yes.
And actually a really funny, that chick that was running for president, not the crazy one from Alaska, the other one, Michelle something. She was on the Jimmy Fallon show. And when she came out, the Roots played Lion Bitch by Fishbone. And they had to, like, issue an apology and everything. Michelle Bachmann.
Wow.
Michelle Bachmann. And they had to, like, issue an apology. Oh, it was so fucking good, dude. So they earned my respect with that, too. But, like, their early music, like, their early stuff was some of the best hip-hop ever, dude. Let's see. So, yeah. But, I met the dude from Pennywise. And, I also met the singer from HR. I met him in Venice from Bad Brains.
Okay.
Yeah, and at first I wasn't sure if it was him or not, but then I saw him. I'm like, dude, that's HR. I'm gonna go say hi to him.
I know Trauma from Head PE.
Oh yeah, I met all them.
Yeah.
Wes, Jared, I met them. Yeah, they're from
actually
HB.
married my friend's sister.
Yeah. They dude, that's another band. Their first two albums were fucking awesome.
Yes,
and then, I don't know what happened after that. Well, 3, Church of Realities, the self-titled one, and Broke. And then...
well, they all can't be good in music, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they all can't be good, but I mean, like, they released, like, 7 other albums. Like, a couple of them should be good.
Yeah.
You know? Same thing with the Deftones, man. Like, I really loved them. Like, Around the Fur, Adrenaline, White Pony was kind of when it started to, like, veer off. But, like, some of their newer stuff is good, too. Like Justin actually got me back into them. He's a huge Deftones fan.
Yeah.
So.
Mr. Suavecito.
Fucking Justin's the best. All right, so we're going to take a quick break.
Hold on. How do you feel about Blink 182?
We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to be back here by myself when we get back. Like, you guys are never going to see Derek again. Remember the last episode? They're like, oh, you're going to murder somebody. Yeah, it's going to fucking happen. That's 2 cracks he's made about New Jersey and Blink-182 that I did not appreciate. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, and we're going to be in the land of the anti-sponsor. We're going to do some social media plugs. We're going to talk about the live stream. Then we're going to have final thoughts. So please stay tuned.